Hey y'all, Dekumon here and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time, we bid a fond farewell to one Hildebrand Manderville, gentleman extraordinaire. Yep, that's the last we're gonna see of Hildebrand, sorry guys, that's all of it. Now, it's time to finally finish the main story, and it all begins with good intentions. That's right guys, we're almost to the end of the main story here.
I am most eager to address the Ascian threat. However, we dared not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it's wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities.
Ugh, I'm losing my voice already. I'm not 2 minutes into this.
Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. We're not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason. True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Dekumon in particular is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves.
Come on, like I wouldn't.
To what do we owe this pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raoban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be for the best if I were to remain in Ul'dah. Unless you have an objection.
Objection, speak! Speak correctly, Dekumon, speak!
None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Moenbreeder's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Eorzea is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Dekumon, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his Braves with theirs. It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working from their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so.
Yeah, I can do that.
Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riel's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah's riots. When you're finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. There'll be a quest marker over my head.
Oh my goodness, my voice is not happy with me today for some reason. Anyway, gonna find Riel, who looks like he's just outside here. I don't remember what voice I gave Riel. I apologize sincerely.
Pleasure as always, Dekumon. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it. Actually, I had another task in mind for him. If you'd be so kind as to repeat your report for his benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the weapons that weren't found their ways into refugee hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising. A rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant what caught an arrow while taking to Dekumon, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that those clients had the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Indeed. Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the Black Marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Dekumon?
Sounds good. I don't know, kind of risky, but sure.
Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Uldar. I expect good tidings.
Speak with Ilbert at Highbridge. And Highbridge is over here by Drybone. Yep. You know, I should actually point out, in addition to gaining flight, Square actually did a huge revamp of all the Realm Reborn quests in that last patch, including all the post-story, which kind of makes this LP, at least everything before this point, a testament to what came before, because it's all gone now. Everything has changed. It is very different. According to one of the more prominent Final Fantasy XIV YouTubers, Mr. Happy, he did a really cool experiment actually, where he played through all of Realm Reborn before and after the patch. One, I think that's insane, the amount of time he put into it, and two, shaved off over 10 hours. It's amazing how much they cut out. And I don't know how much they specifically cut out of this quest line though, so we'll see.
Ah, Dekumon. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize.
Oh, a fate just dropped upon my head.
This is far beneath a man of your standing, and Commander Levior needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men have ever the need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, it is only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. There's some very epic music going on back there, and I see a lot of bodies.
Yeah, there are. Well, that would be why, because the yokai event's going on right now, so everybody's gunning for fates. Bait and switch.
Now then, we should mate for the burning wall
burning wall.
without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Dekumon.
All right, let's go. You know, I really want that Crystal Brave salute. No, I'm not gonna hit them hard and watch them scatter. I'm gonna go back and work on my main story quest, sorry. Oh, there he is. I completely miss you, Ilbert. Just about did, at least.
I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the Black Marketeer unawares.
So I'll be the distraction. Awesome.
Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend.
Is this gonna be a duty calls, or is this just gonna be walk up and kill the poor son of a bitch? Well, it's just him sitting there. I'm not seeing a duty calls glow.
Who goes there? An adventurer? Damned fool, you should have never come here.
Oh, alright. This is not gonna end well for you guys. Just saying. See what I mean? Really didn't end well for either of you. Your footwork means nothing. Oh, another one.
Kill him and be done with it.
That's my line, dude. And toast. Any more?
Worthless, all of you. This ends here.
Yes, it does, because I got my flesh back. Fletch does so much damage. I love it. All right, we just gotta find Ilbert. Where are you, Ilbert? Where are you? You are further ahead, not by much though, from the looks of it. There he is. God, I love flying. This is where I'm supposed to meet him. Come on, Ilbert, where you at? Seriously, dude. Come on, these guys weren't that tough.
I don't understand. What's this all about?
Ah! Oh, that was terrible. Sorry. That was not my best holler. What are we looking for in here? Oh, Ilbert. You found him, but you killed him. You know, we kind of needed to interrogate the guy. You weren't supposed to kill him. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Leviua will be most disappointed. Damn it all. A golden opportunity. Wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slip past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of Duskwhite sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They are in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. There's only one crate here. There's nothing in it. It's an empty crate. Dekumon, it's an empty crate! Ilbert, calm down, man. Best laid schemes. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Uldar in my stead. Entrust them to the third Uyuhase. He will take care of the rest. Alright, give me that crate. Thank you. Uyuhase is in Uldar, actually. Ah, there you guys are. Looking everywhere around here for you.
Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever reliable friend of the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance to Queen Querthis. Now, what brings you to us this day?
I have a crate of confiscated weapons. And apparently it was very heavy. Holy shit, where was I keeping that thing?
A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer. Courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've catalogued the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Riel stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly Riel is unfamiliar with the ways of Uldan merchants, who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Time for the Fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Elaine, for the freedom of all.
I still like that salute.
Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution. And until we meet again.
Yeah, that. I want that. I want that salute. God dang it, give me the salute. Why is this not an emote I know already?
Dekumon, a word if it pleases ye. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry.
What's up, Real? What's he being all secretive about? Well, Sapphire Avenue Exchange isn't that far from here, so I'll just walk it. Bloody busy area out here to talk Real.
Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out.
I didn't see much. I had a bunch of guards, and then there was a dead merchant.
That's not quite how the first told it. These dust rights they were chasing, latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself. Not before the fighting started, and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boast. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys.
Oh, you're not suggesting what I think you are you?
Forgive me, friend. I've lost a lot on me mind these days, and I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then, best get back to it.
Is he really suggesting that there might be a traitor in the Braves?
Dekumon, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please, come and see me as soon as you're able.
Okay, Tataru, who broke what this time?
Thank you for coming so quickly, Dekumon. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady, by all indications.
Determined? The Rising Chorus, Oh, I think I know what this is gonna be.
Our guest is with the Antecedent Nasola at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we?
I think I know where this quest is ending up. I saw that picture, and I recognize it. Ah, it's Mo and Brita and Lucia.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Yeah, I kind of recognized her.
I believe the two of you have met.
Yes, we did. Last patch.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
Oh dear.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
Wait, you haven't told them yet?
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm.
Oh no.
Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
Oh. I was right. This is what I was thinking it was. They're worried about Midgard-Soma rising.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
Wow.
The
Doom
old
and gloom
Kirk
there.
Rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard-Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
He dead though, right? I mean, his corpse is sitting in the lake.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Yeah, see, he's dead, okay? He ain't the one doing the roaring.
Eorzea has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Why do you look so worried then, Tataru?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard-Soma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Yeah, you probably would have. The whole place would have shook.
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken.
Oh, I see.
It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Sorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights.
And that's why you're here, right? Because you want us to look into it.
Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Oh, come on. I am the warrior of do everything. Of course I
We knew
accept.
you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
Yes.
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Oh. You're worried about war in Ishgard.
Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Eorzea stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Belsa attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But nobody expects a dragon, I suppose. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard Soma, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships, engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's ceruleum engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether for mulms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center, a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it.
Oh boy. Here we go. Speak with the dome and watch in Mordona. You know what? It's actually a good way to get a good view of this. It's hard to see this properly, but now that we can fly, holy shit. I mean, seriously. Just look at all the crystallized ether in the area, and there's the lake, and what's left of the Egregious, and Midgard Somer. Holy cow. He's been there 15 years. That is impressive. And kind of sad in all likelihood. Just, you know. Alright, there's our Doman watch.
You're in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Reverend Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Century, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment.
Okay, but has the big old dragon moved?
So it's true then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Ridiculous. Well, from here that seems rather unlikely. But if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Egregious, then climb to the top. That's your only viable approach, I'd say.
Keeper of the Lake, now accessible. And so we come to the last dungeon that's required for the story. Yeah, this is the last one that's required for the story. The other 2 dungeons that we still have to do are optional ones. But we are going to be dealing with this one first at the Keeper of the Lake. 15 years ago, in the skies above Silvertear Falls, the invading forces of the 14th Legion were set upon by a host of dragons. Leading the charge was Midgard-Somer, legendary King of Kings, who engaged the Garlean flagship, the Agrius, in battle. In the end, both Midgard-Somer and his foe fell to the earth, and their tangled remnants stand as a memorial to that day. A ruined airship and the charred corpse of the Worm Lord who brought it low, forever devoid of life. So this sucker is item level 90, just like the second match we had with Gilgamesh. So we are well equipped for this.